All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this Valley News Now digital update. I'm Devin Fry, joining you on this New Year's Eve. Hopefully you're getting ready to go out and celebrate tonight. Celebrate and stay safe out there as these weather conditions continue. We're going to look at what our First Alert Storm team has been following in a minute. Some of you, I assume, just watched Joseph Williams' live stream here on Valley News Now talking about the latest weather conditions. Our First Alert Storm team is on it, as they always are. As you can see on this little bug below me here, 2 degrees out there. Not fun. Let's take a look at the sky cam right now, looking at what they're dealing with at Dakota Magic Casino. Now, thankfully, the snow definitely stopped. That was happening this morning, but the temperatures continuing to cool down. We're going to go ahead and take a look now at what the First Alert Storm team has for us. We're going to look at the latest forecast right now on valleynewslive.com. Again, you can go check this out if you want to. Looking what Lisa Green has for us, as you can see, it's not going to get much warmer. Expected to get below zero by around the 6 p.m. mark and not lightening up from there. So we're going to keep our eyes on this. Of course, our First Alert Storm team on top of it like they always are. So be sure to stay tuned right here and we'll keep you updated the best we can. Now, one thing we want to start doing on these Valley News Now updates is taking a look at road conditions throughout the winter. Obviously, some of you getting ready to leave for the rest of the year from your workplace. As you get ready to drive home, we're going to give you a little hint of what those road conditions look like as we continue these Valley News Now updates. Now, one thing we did want to, we wanted to start our show off tonight with what our one of our reporters, Anna Ballweber, is working on today. An update from Attorney General Drew Wrigley. Wrigley holding a press conference this morning, unveiling some 2024 crime statistics in the state of North Dakota. Valley News Live reporter Anna Ballweber joins us now. She listened in to this press conference this morning, brings us what she learns as she prepares to bring us more tonight.
The Attorney General, he hosted a press conference this morning out in Bismarck, and I was able to watch it online. And he did a full description of the crime statistics from 2024. And I think the biggest takeaway from this is that violent crime is at an all-time high. He asked a lot of questions saying, is this the new normal? Is this something we're helpless with, or is it something we're going to make policy changes with as well? Another thing I think is big to touch on was that DUIs are also super high this year. They've been a troubling number, just kind of multi-year round. In 2024, they were up 6.7% for the whole year. But again, I think the violent crimes, it's raised every single year. I do know for 2025, though, it did drop a little bit, but I will have a full breakdown of those crime statistics coming up at 6 o'clock tonight.
Thank you, Anna. Be sure to stay tuned for that coming up tonight on Valley News Live at 6. Now, speaking of crime, getting into what we've been covering a little bit in the Valley News Live newsroom, just a taste of some of the things we've been working on. The suspect in a stabbing outside of a downtown bar over the weekend has now formally been charged. 33-year-old James Edward Angstman has been charged with aggravated assault with a dangerous weapon after that December 27th stabbing outside the Empire Bar on Broadway. Police say the victim suffered 3 stab wounds, including one to the chest. That caused a collapsed lung. He was hospitalized, I should say, until December 30th. Witnesses told investigators that they saw Angstman pull a folding knife and stab the victim multiple times. Surveillance and license plate reader data placed Angstman's vehicle leaving the scene after that 911 call. Police detained Angstman at his residence and later executed search warrants. He told investigators that he was heavily intoxicated and recalled little of that night. Probable cause was found that he knowingly caused serious bodily injury. And another update that we have for you tonight, a Perham man has been charged in connection with a meth distribution sting. Larry McClendon Jr., 55 years old, faces felony charges after a multi-agency sting uncovered what investigators say was a methamphetamine distribution operation. Court documents say a controlled buy yielded nearly 14 grams of meth, and deputies later found 5.8 grams and distribution paraphernalia during a traffic stop. McClendon has 6 prior drug convictions. Second-degree drug charges carry up to 40 years in prison. Taking things a little bit closer to home now, a tragic story here. A 9-year-old was hospitalized with extensive injuries after being attacked by 2 Rottweilers in Cass County, North Dakota. Those 2 Rottweilers entered the child's yard on December 30th. The Cass County Sheriff's Office says that the dogs did not belong to the victim's family and those dogs were impounded. The investigation is ongoing for this incident. Going back out to Minnesota now, a home on East Lake Street in Parker's Prairie burned early this morning, leaving the house a total loss. 3 family members did manage to escape without injury, but at least 1 dog did die in the blaze. Authorities are investigating the cause of this fire. A federal court ordered Feeding Our Future founder Amy Bach to forfeit about $5.2 million following her conviction in a pandemic fraud case. This is some of the latest on the massive fraud charges out of the Twin Cities. Bach was found guilty in March on counts including conspiracy to commit wire fraud and conspiracy to commit federal programs bribery. Authorities say that the group stole nearly $250 million intended to feed children. Dozens have been convicted. The forfeiture order also includes clothes, electronics, and a Porsche. Big movie news tonight. Stranger Things fans in Fargo are preparing to pack West Acres Cinema. We have, but as you can see here, it's not looking good if you haven't gotten your tickets yet. Special screenings of the series finale of Stranger Things here in Fargo. All 5 showtimes on both days here in Fargo already sold out. The event runs from December 31st to January 1st. Kind of a cool thing. They're showing the final episodes of this series in movie theaters. Hopefully more shows start to do that. I know for some of my favorite shows, that would have been pretty cool to experience. Big retirement news here closer to home. K9 Blue, a veteran member of the Fargo Police Department, is retiring. We have a picture of K9 Blue's ceremony here. The K9 Blue is retiring after a career that included over 1,000 deployments, 119 arrests, 39 pounds of narcotics seized, and $65,000 recovered. Blue joined the department in 2017 and served in narcotics detention, tracking, and criminal apprehension. He was also a regular at community events. The department thanked Blue for his years of service, and I don't feel it's too editorial for me to also thank Blue for their years of service. I'm sure that Blue was a very good boy, or is a very good boy. He's just retired now. Now, as 2025 comes to an end, we have compiled the top 10 most viewed stories on valleynewslive.com, the stories that got the most attention from you, our viewers. The list includes deadly shootings in August. We all remember that. Tragic tornadoes throughout the summer, including the one in Enderlin that killed 3. A viral hotel sanitation incident, major investigations into public officials, and other stories that defined the year for you, our viewers. The roundup highlights this year's most impactful local and regional coverage. You can find that story right now on valleynewslive.com. I'm going to take a break to look at the Facebook comments real fast. Doesn't look like anybody has any questions or anything, so we're going to go ahead and move on to one last look here. We're going to look at the road conditions here in Fargo. Obviously, we are on the long stream of first alert weather days, but thankfully, obviously, travel not looking too bad out there. Now, we do have some purple along our I-29 corridor here. Scattered snow drifts in the area. There are some snow-covered roads out west and up north, obviously, as well. And up near the Devil's Lake area, some scattered ice and compacted snow on the roads as well. So just something to be aware of wherever you're going this New Year's Eve. Hopefully you have a happy New Year coming into this year, and we are going to see you in 2026. Thank you all for joining us on Valley News Now throughout this year. We have some big things in store coming up on the digital side coming up in 2026. Be sure to stay tuned. I'll be here, and I'll see you then. For now, for your Valley News Now digital update, I'm Devin Fry.